So President Trump is known for having a twitchy Twitter finger. And he's also known for apparently tweeting at the wrong people. Well, that's what happened earlier today during his rant about fake news. On Sunday, Trump interestingly enough, went after Fox News for reporting on a segment of the wall. I've got some information about that I will tell you about. But first, let me show you the tweet here, or tell you the tweet. He said, "Never thought I'd say this, but I think at John Roberts Fox and at Gillian Turner at Fox News have even less understanding of the wall negotiations than the folks at fake news CNN and NBC." So this is one of the first times Donald Trump's actually gone after Fox News. So again, I will tell you what they actually said. But first, I want to point out that Gillian Turner, who, yes, does work at Fox News, it was not the same Gillian Turner he tagged on Twitter. This was actually a California high school student that was featured for her soccer skills on numerous local media reports. I'm pretty sure she wasn't out there saying fake news, right? Especially in a Fox News panel. Now, she responded to this by saying, "So that happened." And it has been corrected. Now, this whole thing, of course, is following Ann Coulter. Now, Ann Coulter, Trump also recently lashed out at in a Wall Street Journal interview published on Sunday. Now, this, again, following the entire fiasco of the government shutdown and Trump's border wall, which apparently he learned absolutely nothing about because he's already talking about, well, you know, I wouldn't mind shutting down the government again. Oh, keep digging that hole, buddy. Keep digging that hole. He keeps doing it. Now, Ann Coulter, of course, on his cave, and yes, it's fair to call it a cave. She said, "Good news for George Herbert Walker Bush. As of today, he's no longer the biggest wimp to ever serve as president of the United States." So that's a tweet from Ann Coulter, to which Trump had responded by saying, "I hear she's become very hostile. Maybe I didn't return her phone call or something." She's become very hostile. You realize Ann Coulter has always been hostile, just not to you. She's hostile to anybody with brown skin. I'm just pointing that out, but I think everybody already knows, except for Trump. Trump's like, "She's very hostile now. I don't know what happened." Well, you did cave on the wall, and that is apparent. Everybody knows it. Even you know it, and you can't admit it. Like, no, there was no cave. There was no cave. I was very strong at not getting any funding for my wall after shutting down the government for 35 days. Yeah, real strong position. All right. But you know what's fun about that, actually? I'm going to kind of stick up for Ann Coulter for a second. How weird is that? That tweet, or I'm sorry, that statement is actually really super condescending. "Maybe I didn't return her phone call." Really? Look, even Ann Coulter doesn't deserve that kind of sexist response, because that's what jumped out at me. Okay, he's really a terrible person, even to people that that are on his side. Ann Coulter is on his side when it comes to the wall. She wants the wall more than anybody, and yet he's still condescending. But that, of course, goes to how Donald Trump feels about women and how all women are basically inferior to him. So now, as for another woman, Gillian Turner, she was on Fox News. She was basically what sparked the tweet, right? What does she do? Now, on a Fox News panel, she and John Roberts pointed out how a shutdown actually made America less safe. She said, "One of the losers I want to mention I wanted to mention that people are not spending enough time on this week is U.S. cybersecurity defenses." Now, that's, of course, during the shutdown. She's pointing out, well, yeah, nobody's talking about those poor cybersecurity defense people. I mean, look, she's right. But there's a reason that we don't really talk that much about it, because, look, you know, most of the people that we were talking about are government workers like air traffic controllers. and people that live paycheck to paycheck. Cybersecurity people, I don't know enough about them. Okay, let's be fair. But she said that one federal source had told her that the government was more vulnerable to cyber penetration and online terrorism in the week before the shutdown ended than at, quote, any point in history. We could be penetrated by a foreign power. Cyber penetrated. All right, you know what? I'm not even going to go there because there's too many jokes that are offensive and not right that I could make about this. So I'm just going to move on here, right? But look, okay, that's true, right? So a shutdown, guess what does make us more vulnerable to different threats, because there are agencies that are shut down. Again, you look at TSA, right? If you're a terrorist that wanted to sneak into the country, that would have been a pretty good time to try to get through when the TSA is not showing up to work. So, look, again, Trump shutdown made us less safe. But apparently, if you point that out, you're doing fake news. Now, Roberts, of course, said, and he was on that same segment, he said, I think if you, a mutual friend of ours was saying, if you were going to attack the United States, if you were a terrorist during the shutdown, now would be the time. And she said, yes, now's a great time. Look, again, this is true. If you want to point that out, oh no, you're fake news. Fake news, fake news. You understand nothing. No. Trump understands nothing. He's a child. And in his latest baby rant, apparently accidentally put a teenager on blast who very likely, and this is the impact of this is why this is important, because he's got millions of people that follow him, which like half are trolls and bots, but still, there's a lot of people that follow him that are diehard adherents. What do you think happened when she got put on? The wrong person got put on that Twitter feed. You think that these people had enough wherewithal to look and see if it was the right person? No, almost instantly, I can almost guarantee that this person got hateful comments and death threats from Donald Trump's base. Oh, you got to get the Twitter away from him, man. Now, look, I'm not the only one who thinks so. There are Trump supporters that are like, get the Twitter away from him. Let him actually do his job. But you got to understand that he doesn't want to do his job. Like, he's the laziest president in the history of presidents. And all he wants to do is sit there, watch Fox News, and live tweet it. That's what he does all day. You got to get the Twitter away from him. And more importantly, you got to get him out. You got to get him out of office. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.